Hello, is this Nikiva?
It is.
Am I even saying it correctly?
You are very impressive, actually.
And is it Dionne as in Warwick?
Yep, it is.
I can remember that very well. I grew up with my mom listening to her 8 track. So
Oh my God. Yeah, she's my dad's favorite.
oh really? That's
Yeah,
really cool. Um,
yeah.
well, I'm so excited to talk to you. I'm honored because I actually had seen you on S.W.A.T. So I
Thanks
really,
for
but
watching.
it's one of those things where I saw your picture and I was like, I have like, I don't know what it is, movie, TV, kind of, you know, not, I wouldn't say an obsession, but maybe something I need help for. but, uh, it's one of those things where like I recall faces and names like for no reason, and I can
Oh
say,
my God.
and like I'll be watching a movie and my son or daughter will say, Mom, who's that guy? Well, he's in this movie, plays this guy, but is married in real life to this girl who
Oh
played in
my
this.
gosh, you're like my sister. That's a gift, okay?
Or a curse, depending on who's near me during the movie.
Oh my God.
I knew I
I'm
had
terrible
seen
with
your
that.
face. Like, I mean, as soon as I saw your profile picture on the IMDb page, I was like, I know this girl. And then as soon as the demo reel was up, I was like, okay, now I've got it. Okay, I know where I'm at now.
That
Um,
is
well,
awesome.
that is so cool, and you have kind of an impressive resume, albeit short. It's already incredibly cool. Like,
Thank you. Thank you.
so you're like a jack of all trades, though. Like you've got a fashion background, you've got modeling, you've got acting. You're like me. You don't know exactly which one you want to do, so you do them all.
You know what? I actually, it's just one of those odd things where all things tend to work together. You know, like if I'm being honest, I never decided like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna touch this and I'm gonna touch that. I literally like I did so well with fashion, kept getting promotions. I was kind of like, this is where I am. Like I'll just hire as an actress and I'll give them flexible schedules. You know what I mean? Like I was completely content, or so I thought. So it wasn't like, and when I started acting, I was okay. I'm no longer a model. I have to be taken as a serious actress. And I was like, oh wait, I have to eat 1 second.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of grateful that when one thing slows down, there's other things there, and I'm like, okay, this is that all things work together, God, that you promised.
And
So it's definitely not my decision.
well, and for so many actors, I see people who I think are completely, legit stars, and I hear them still say in interviews, "I'm glad to be working," you know.
Yeah,
And I'm like, "Are you kidding?
absolutely.
Like, why would no one hire you again?" But for
Oh my God,
it's as
this
good as
business
your
is
last
interesting.
contract, right?
It is. It changes so much. You know what I mean? And now with new media, it's just a whole other animal. So there's constant conversations being had. There's constant negotiations between the writers and then the commercials, just everything because they didn't expect the internet to be what it is. So from the writer's strike about 9, 10 years ago, that birthed the whole reality television thing. So that's another animal. So it's an interesting business, and it changes so much that I think the industry itself is trying to constantly catch up.
Yeah, it's I mean, for the viewer, and then you got all the streaming things. So
Yeah.
then it's like some stuff goes straight to Netflix, and now like of course they're creating their own stuff. So there's
Yeah.
so much now that for somebody like me who's kind of, a movie TV buff, like I honestly
Right.
have to completely, move my television in the other room. Like I can't there's so much to watch, you don't even know where to
It's a
focus.
lot. That's 100%. That's one of the things that we as actors always, make sure we're saying because your audience now, you can't expect the ratings to look a certain way because the audience now is DVI. So
Yeah.
that live viewer isn't watching live television anymore. So that has to be considered. Are they recording it? Are they watching it later? Like factoring in those ratings with the live television is something that really they're still trying to wrap their minds around. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm a huge Shonda Rhimes fan. All of her television shows will be on Netflix soon. She has a huge deal with them.
Well, I can imagine her like starting her own series on there. Like,
oh, she has a deal that will probably give multiple series because she completely severed her ties with ABC, so she only has Grey's left on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, that's going to be her big animal now, you know.
And it's quite a big animal, so she could get quite a bit done on there. You know what though? I tell you somebody who needs to be on Netflix, and that's you. You need, but not as an actress. You need your own comedy special. I have seen your Instagram, girl. Like, I literally can't stop laughing. I mean, your videos are so awesome, and scary relatable. It's, you know what? It kind of reminds me of Insecure. Like, it's like telling it like it is. No filter. no verbal filter.
If you notice in my reels, so much of what I do, I don't get to do the comedy stuff. I just don't feel like they see me that way yet. So I actually, because E3 is the one that made me join Instagram. I was fighting it. I'm like, no, I'm on Twitter. I'm not doing it. She's like, you've got to get on Instagram. So while I was shooting a post for her a few years back, she got me on Instagram. And my way of kind of bucking the system is me saying, you know what? I'm going to do what you don't see me as. If I'm going to put anything on Instagram, it's going to be me being who I know and how I want you to hire me. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's my little bit of peace where I'm like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it how you want. So I'll do comedy stuff, and you have to do television to see the serious stuff.
Well, you make a very convincing, serious DA on S.W.A.T. So,
thank you.
I mean, I mean, you're taken very seriously. I didn't even realize you were on This Is Us as a female trader, and you're on Ballers. It's like, good grief. So for people who don't know who you are because they're not watching TV, tell us like where you're from and how did you get from there to the modeling and the acting and to your game app. I gotta talk that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for even taking the time to book me. I am Nikiva Dionne. I can't believe you said it right. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I was born and raised in Baltimore, and I actually did some acting as a child, just theater stuff. And when it came time, I think my 9th and 10th grade year, I took theater in school, and then there was also a fashion show there, and I got into the fashion show my 10th grade year, and then wound up coaching the fashion show. So that's where the modeling was birthed. And in Baltimore, they're known for like hair shows and things like that, and that's pretty much the only bit of industry in Baltimore. So I started doing hair shows. And when I was finishing my high school year, I decided to go into fashion because I had a desire for it. I wanted to come to California, but it was kind of like, maybe I should probably think about something more serious. So I think we do well in the society of inspiring kids to do anything they want to do when they're kids, and then when they get a little bit older, it's like, think smart, logical. So I did that. I went to in New York. I went for fashion. I got 2 degrees in fashion marketing and management, and then another one in merchandising. And I loved it. It was the first time I felt like creativity was received, and just it's like, I mean, you walk down the street in New York, and they're like, "Hey, I like your style," and it's like, what? It was like it just birthed something really beautiful in me, and I fell in love in the fashion industry, and I got a really great internship in one of the huge fashion houses, and I kept doing well. So it just didn't make sense to lean into the acting stuff, but the acting and the modeling stuff kept finding me, which seems weird, but I think that's a testament to just God and purpose. But I wound up getting an audition for a commercial, and I didn't even know where the audition came from. I got it in my email, and I'm like, who sent me this? Like, I had no idea, but I made it work. I left school and I haultailed to the audition. It was the worst audition ever. I still remember everything about it. It was a terrible audition. But it was something that, I mean, my stomach, I felt my stomach just leap, and I was like, wait a minute. there's something here, you know? So I started leaning a little bit more into the modeling because that's how I knew how to get in because I was working in fashion. So every once in a while I would get a commercial audition, but mainly I was doing modeling and I loved it. I was constantly inspired with fashion and how it looks when it gets to the runway, etc. And when I was finishing school, I was hired from the fashion that I was interning with. And then it was like, wait a minute, I could probably do this stuff in California. And it's like, well, why are you going to California? Well, maybe I'll do some acting. It's like, okay then. So I actually relocated to Hollywood. I've been here 12 years now. And when I relocated, I launched the West Coast Free People stores. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the brand, but it's under the Urban Outfitters umbrella.
Oh, wow.
And I launched their West Coast stores. I stood their stores and planned and hired their staff and did well. And I've been fighting for a few months for a raise and a promotion. I couldn't understand why I kept fighting for it. I'm like, why am I fighting when my numbers make sense? Like, I'm doing well. Why are they not giving me this promotion? So long story short, they offered me the promotion, and I said, okay, I'm going to take a vacation before I step into the new role. And my family thought I was on vacation, but I wasn't. I actually had the book The Alchemist. A friend of mine had given it to me, and I had never read it. And I went to Barnes & Noble because they still had brick and mortar locations everywhere.
Exactly.
I went to Barnes & Noble and I bought a new Bible and a new notebook. And I did my first fast ever. And for that weekend, I think it was a 4-day weekend before I went back to work that Monday, no one knew I was home. So I didn't answer the phone or anything. I just did the fast. I read The Alchemist and my Bible and took notes and just, spent some time with God. Really, for the first time in ever. Like, I'd never done a fast and really lived it that way. And long story short, I resigned from my job the next Monday, and I've been a full-time actor ever since.
Wow. And you've and those are all risky careers: modeling, fashion, acting.
Them, right?
But it is a God thing to take those risks. You got to have that kind of faith, or just be, like a risk taker in general, and just love you just got to love it. Yeah. But those are all risky.
I think when I knew his voice, then I knew it wasn't an option. But I don't know I knew that all those years that's what it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I found out, once I read the house, I was like, oh, it's no longer an option. I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say yes every day because that's what this business requires. It requires a yes every day. That's one yes. You have to say, okay, I'm going to do it today. Even when I'm not on set, even when I'm not auditioning, even when my show may have been canceled. You know what I mean? So that's that. How I got into entertainment, and then with the party game app, Lyric Party Game, I'm a music lover. My family loves music. We always have, and I've always been so enamored with song lyrics. And my niece, who actually is graduating college in 10 days.
Oh, wow.
She, one of the ways that I stayed connected with her, from being in California, her on the East Coast, was through songs. And I would text her lyrics and she would finish the song, or I would do the little microphone thing on the iPhone. And she would sing the rest of it, and we'd go back and forth and sing a whole song. So we always loved lyrics, we always loved songs. And whenever I went back to the East Coast, my family is there, so that's part of the sacrifice. For so long, I lived 3,000 miles away from my family. So when I went home, I would try my best to create memories, and it would usually be around games. So I would take my improv games from acting stuff and we play them with my family, or we played in different games just to create memories that would kind of, tie you to them for a little bit longer. And one day, I had sent something to my niece about a song, and she responded, and we laughed for like hours about it, and I got my mom involved in it. And long story short, I kind of put it on Instagram and said, this is what my family and I are going to be playing on Thanksgiving. And people started sending me messages like, oh my God, send me the game. And I'm thinking, it's not a game.
What game?
They're like, I want to play it. I'm like, wait, is it a game? So I have no developing knowledge. I don't know how to create a game. My degrees are in that. And I actually sat on it for a little while. I created it for my family for the holiday, and we wound up not even playing it. I was like, whatever, so I let it go. I didn't tell anyone about it. I started kind of leaning into it, creating more genres. I finished the R&B genre first, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll make it again one day. So I actually had gotten released from a bunch of projects. I was on hold for 6 projects acting.
Oh,
and
wow.
basically what happens is you'll audition and you'll get pinned or put on a veil and usually you'll book it.
Yeah.
And for something like that, all of my agents were kind of freaking out because they're like, how are we gonna say yes to all these projects? Your schedule isn't gonna allow you to do all of them, and they're all freaking out because they're all thinking we're gonna book these jobs. And I got released from all of them.
Wow.
And I was rolled up in a fetal position in my prayer closet, and I called myself like fussing at God. I'm like, what is going on? You told me to do this, this whole emotional.
Why, God, why? Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't believe it. Like, what else do you need from me? I've done everything you told me to do, the whole plan. And almost as clear as day, I looked up and I saw this notebook that I had that I'd never written in. I looked at it, and the front of the book said, make your mark. And I'm kind of huffed a little bit, and I'm like, well, how do I make my mark? What do you want me to do? Oh, I'm prayer. Finally, shut up and just listen to God. Well, and I wrote out a few things that ideas that he had given me that I had not moved on. Because essentially, in my prayer time, that's what he said. I've given you things to do, and you haven't done it. And for me, I'm thinking, okay, I just got released from 6 jobs. I was not currently shooting a series at the time. So, you have savings, but if you don't have any more income coming in, you can't pull out money when you don't know more money's coming.
Right.
I'm like, it's going to cost me to do these projects. What do you mean? Anyway, once I had the confirmation in my prayer club, and I'm a pretty obedient one. Once I know it's him, I'll do it. So I started moving my feet towards creating this game. And the only thing I knew was that, okay, I don't know how developers talk. I don't know their dialogue. I don't know their lingo. I don't know, what's smart. So what I did was I created Lyric Party Game for the first time on flashcards. And my friend had a birthday party. I said, can I bring my game? Looking at me like, a game? He's an actor as well. And he's like, okay. And I thought he was kind of like, what is he talking about? And I get there and I play the game for the first time with essentially some strangers and some of the people I didn't know, some of my really close friends. And I'm watching them play this game that was in my head. It worked. And it was that feeling again. It was that feeling again that I felt when I got off the runway. It was that feeling again I got when, I went to a sample audition and bombed. And I was like, oh my God, it's you. Like, I know it's you telling me to do this. So, long story short, it took 2.5 years to develop Lyric Party Game as an app. And it is live in the App Store and Google Play. And there's 18 genres now. There's over 2,000 questions. It is literally my baby.
And for anybody who likes like Beat Shazam, or I mean things like that, it's but it's something that you can do as a group. Like I watch things like that and I'm like, man, there should be like a whole bunch of people in this room like shouting out things, I mean,
and that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
As a party game. But you never know what, like, I'm in love with country music now. You want to know that?
Hey, I'm from Texas and I'm not, so I don't know how you got there.
See, that's what makes it so great, because then you're like, if we were playing together, it'd be like, wait, how did you know that? Like, why don't you know it, Ginger? I know
people assume that, and they're like, oh, you must love country music. And I said, nope, hated it all my life.
I love that.
But I had a grandmother that she did make me listen to like classical music. Like, and she did there was one country show a week that she made me watch, but on the weekends we watched Solid Gold and Soul Train. So,
oh my God!
And to see this lady, you would not ever get Soul Train out of her, but she could tell you which dancers were not the regulars. She would say, now look at that girl, she's not even regular, she don't even know how to dance, why is she even on this show, she can't even dance. And imagine, even into her 80s, this woman was still, she loved R&B, she loved all styles. She introduced me to everything. But I love Frank Sinatra. I mean, I love all of those, I can jump from a Frank Sinatra song to a Bruno Mars to, like, like from one to the next. And that's what's great about something like this, is because I go home and it's like, there ain't no party like a redneck party. And I live in Michigan now, and I'm not around people like my people. And I go home and it's like, there is every different, even my kids, I have 3 kids in their 20s. I got one that is strictly R&B, or not, more hip hop and rap and country. She likes those two, hip hop or rap
Okay.
and country. And then my middle one loves rock only, pretty much. And then my oldest
Oh,
likes everything. So even within my kids, it's all over the
I
map.
love that.
So it's kind of cool
That's the
because
thing
you can
about
have
music, man.
family together and or friends or office party. Like you could have
Yeah.
that could be hilarious. So they can get this in the iTunes Play Store or the
In the
Google
App
Play, all
Store.
those places.
Yeah. App Store and Google Play. It's available for an app download.
Well,
You watch a lot of TV.
I really do. It's like I said, it's not really obsession. I would say I study it. I'm an anthropologist of media.
Oh
Uh,
my god, I love it.
but and I actually got to do contributing writing on a film this year. Faith, last
Oh,
this past year, it's a faith film. It's filming right now. It's a romance. It's probably kind of your typical Hallmark situation, and I became so in love with it that I actually got to start writing a screenplay on a short film that's gonna
oh my god.
shop for doing a feature film, and if that does well, they're gonna do a book. So
Oh
like
my
I'm
goodness.
actually finally dipping my toe in the film thing, but
Oh, I
I would have
love
never
it.
thought. I mean, I'm in my middle age ish situation. I got kids in my 20s. They're going, "You're really gonna do
Yeah.
what with
Oh, I
film?"
love it.
Like whatever, mom. And but it's cool. That's the great thing about God is as soon as you think. I mean, you're middle aged. You've raised your kids. It's time to be grandma and
Hmm.
all that. And then it's like, no, like I still have
I got
passion, you
purpose in
know?
you. Yes. Yes.
And speaking of that, I'm really curious. My mom is obsessed with CSI. I think it is. No, Criminal Minds it is. That Shamar
Okay.
Moore is on. And
Yeah.
she
Yeah, he was
loves
on Criminal
him.
Minds. Yeah.
So
Oh.
so for me to tell her talk to you after you worked with him, she would. My mom's pretty much like me, so it's her fault. It's a DNA problem. So
Ah.
I have one
Well,
quick question: is there like already a really cool moment like that you run across somebody that's kind of been like I can't believe I just like ran across this person or worked with this person?
you know what? I'm a student. Everybody excites me. Everybody inspires me. It's like it's always those moments when I'm actually on set, and all of a sudden it'll be like this. Oh my goodness, I just did a
I'm
scene
here.
with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's not just stars. It's literally just anybody. I get so excited just about the idea of God. You intentionally link stories. You know what I mean? And you'll realize this in talking to people. Like one of the first TV shows I booked was Secrets and Lies, and Michael Ealy was the star that season of the show. And Michael Ealy's from Maryland. I'm from Maryland, and it's just like you just wind up realizing that once you get there, like God always links something. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's something that we have a likened something to each other where it then binds us, and it just reminds you of how intentional He is. But I mean, I am like Issa Rae is someone who, when I met Issa, she was one of the first people I met in this business, and she had a web series, and web series were not that huge then, but she was one of the first people that saw a skit series I did when I became an actress, and to see her star just rise and to know how great of a person she is, see that she's now a movie star and she has, television deals with HBO, and I mean, this girl is just so inspiring. So I mean, I get the same goosebumps beside her that I do beside a Shamar Moore because I get a reality, just a moment to say, you know what, you're a part of my purpose, you're a part of my journey, and I'm grateful. But I mean, there's so many people. I'm excited about everybody. Shamar is everything that you would probably imagine. He's a sweetheart, and he's very much a student of the business, even at this point in his career. And it was a complete pleasure to work alongside him, to laugh with him. I mean, this guy still remembers his lines from probably every project he's ever done.
Wow.
He is very much, his work ethic is just beautiful, and I love that. And I think that's where we both were able to, really press in and get a good connection very early on the show together because we both had this insanely unparalleled work ethic. So he's an incredible guy, and I mean, I'm so honored to have been even a part of the show, and hopefully we'll be part of it next season.
And I'm curious, do Michael Ealy's eyes really look like that?
Oh my gosh, Michael Ealy is, I mean, it's weird. You know how you think that once you see someone in person, same with Shamar, same with so many of these people, you get in there, you get on set, and you're like, what? You look better in person? What is going on here?
Not even fair.
I'm such a fan that I feel like, wait a minute, it looks like this in person. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But I mean, in Secrets and Lies, you're working with Ryan Phillippe and Juliette Lewis. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Again,
I was probably my most consistent with Juliette Lewis because the day that I shot with her was my first day on set, and I didn't have any dialogue. But what you see on TV isn't any dialogue that day. But we had dialogue, off camera, and as we're preparing for the scene, and I'm literally looking at her, and my mouth is just wide open, like, oh my goodness. And then you see these people, and they're so much smaller than you thought, because they're size. You're assuming they're all 5'9". They're not. They're not. But I mean, their presence is so big, and that's what we are drawn to as fans of television and cinema. Their presence, and it's something that they're able to liken to us. That's relatable and aspirational, and you get it. You understand once you're in their presence why.
It's like music. It is such a medium for moving people's emotions and charging them politically, or giving them a history lesson, whatever it might be. And it's such an incredible thing. And I think it's cool how you just like keep reaching for other media. You're now into apps. Next thing I know, you're gonna have a singing career. So no, before the singing has to come to comedy. You've got to do or at least do a comedy web series. I don't know. They'll probably start booking you. Tyler Perry will be calling you to like do a mini series. Like, hey, I need that comedy in my thing right now. Like. But that's that's what it reminded me of. There was a character in one of his movies, and I was like, oh my gosh, she could have totally played her. But you just I love how your like camera like switches from like one angle to the next, and you can tell it's a film person doing it because it's perfectly done. But you are obvious, and I have to tell the obvious, you are gorgeous. I mean, physically you're gorgeous, and I love, even in your emails, I can tell you're somebody I would want to hang with. Like even your bubbly spirit comes across even in email, and that doesn't translate easy. So everybody, if they can get it, it's just called Lyric Party Game, right?
Yeah, Lyric Party Game. It's in the App Store and Google Play. And send me videos of you playing with your family. Like I love watching those videos. I always post them on social media. Like I just always find people's families, friends, just enjoying the game. That's the best part for me. And
bringing families together. That's a really cool thing. To have
you get memories.
To have those game nights, and then it'll encourage them to want to be together. I remember, as coming from Texas, football was our thing. So Sunday afternoon, it didn't you could have had a fight with cousin Bubba down the road like 6 years ago and hadn't talked since, but the game's on, and you're gonna get together for that game. So I think it can be a really cool thing. I love game night with families. Just board games are fun, but this is a whole new generation with the tech. So I'm just so excited to talk to you. Thank you so much for doing the interview, and keep in touch and let me know what's going on. I'm really excited to see what's happening in your career. And I have no fashion sense, but I'm addicted to Project Runway like massively. I watch it, and then I just have no fashion sense, but I'm addicted to watching it come together. I think because again, it's like watching film or anything else like come together. It's just a work of art, like watching it go from the mind of somebody to fruition. It's just amazing. And you've done it all, so you're my new hero. So
you're stuck with me. Okay?
Good, awesome. And the girl that connected us is amazing. The girl Oh, she's a beautiful
And you,
person.
do you know what's so crazy? I actually modeled for her. That's how I met her. She hired
No.
me to model for her company. That's how we met.
Are you on
Yep.
her website?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh, that's you. That's another reason I've
Yep.
seen you. See, I
Yep.
can't forget a face. Oh my
But
gosh. Well,
that's
we interviewed
you know
her
what?
and I started subscribing to the Loved and Blessed boxes because they are so
Yes.
amazing. Oh my
Like
gosh.
she told when I got there and explained what it was, I was like tears, like my eyes just welled up, and I'm like, this is so intentional and so God. I'm like, I have got to be connected to this,
It's so
and
creative.
we've been such great friends since. I get those boxes so often. It's like oh my goodness, it's so beautiful, so impactful. But that's just God, you know. He linked us for a reason. And well, just there, you leave me alone. I'm inspired by you, and thank you for using the platform for a purpose. I mean, goodness gracious, you're creative in every sense of the word, and now
Aww.
you're
Well,
now
and
you're stuck with
I'm a
me, and I
huge
can't wait to hear
fan.
about your show that you're writing.
You will. I am a huge fan. Pardon me. My voice just left me from it. I am such a huge fan of you. Now I'm a fan of you as a person, but I was a fan of your craft, but now I'm a fan of you too. Thank you so much, and please keep posting on Instagram because those days when I need a lift, I'm like, where's her feed? Like, I gotta I gotta check out one of these videos. I'll give you subject matter. I've been a single mom for 14 years. I've got data. Like, so
Oh my gosh, I love it.
hit me up. You need content, I can tell you what people are doing wrong, what they're doing right.
Oh my gosh, that's so perfect.
Soapbox Central, I got it.
I love it.
Well, thank you so much, and you have a blessed afternoon. And I'm praying for everything that's going on with you today. Hope everything turns
Thank
out
you.
well.
Thank you so much. You have a great one. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Ginger.
Thank you, Nikiva.